You know, I've got to be honest. Fallout 4 looks groundbreaking. I'm Charles C. and welcome to this installment of Honest Thoughts. So, Fallout. These days, all it takes to get a whole room of people excited is just to mention Fallout. And with the next long-awaited installment in the series being released this upcoming November, fans are more excited than ever. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wasn't really that into Fallout 3. I know it's pretty lame of me, but let me explain. It's not that I didn't like Fallout 3. It's just that I never really had enough of a chance to sit down and appreciate it. I was always kind of more into Elder Scrolls. But as time went on, I heard more and more about how much people wanted a new Fallout game. So with this new Fallout game right on the horizon, and plenty of Fallout veterans giving their input and speculations on the subject, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see the vantage point of someone who's almost completely new to Fallout. In this video, I want to give my first impressions of Fallout 4, and what I'm expecting come release date. So without further ado, let's get to it. These are my honest thoughts. I say almost completely new because I have sat down and played bits and pieces of Fallout 3, just never in depth of the whole thing. And I am familiar with Bethesda titles in general. So I do have some idea of what to expect. Beyond that though, my hands-on interactions with Fallout does end. And so some of my real first interactions come from the gameplay footage that Bethesda showed off in their E3 2015 showcase. And wow, this game actually really does look fantastic. I usually withhold judgment on a game until it's actually in my hands and I've actually played it. And that's still the case here. But the way that Bethesda went about showing this game was so straightforward that I honestly think I do have a pretty good grasp on what the final product is going to be like. And with that said, it does look like we're probably going to be getting something very innovative and downright groundbreaking. Of course, what else could you really expect from Todd Howard? The environments look stunning and very detailed. And contrary to what a lot of people think, I actually think the graphics here look really, really nice. They're stylized, but they're realistic enough that you can still ooh and ah at them a bit. Now, it could be argued that the most important aspect of a Bethesda game is the character that you get to make. And I have to say, I love the direction that they went with the character creator. Abandoning the series of sliders and opting for more of a sculpting system is something that can work really well whether you want to make something a little bit simple and quick, or you want to go more in detail, you know, like what I like to do. And yes, I do plan to spend a ton of time just on the character creator alone. I really do hope that this character creator will become a new standard for these types of games, or at least for future Bethesda titles. It's easily one of the things I am looking forward to the most in this game. Gameplay looks more or less similar to other Bethesda titles in the past, just expanded on really well. Everything looks to work seamlessly well with the environment, and it all looks like there's a nice balance between aesthetics and actually doing something. Lifting your wrist to look at the Pip-Boy, for example. So now let's talk about one of the biggest controversial changes that Bethesda brought, a voiced protagonist. Now here's where I actually can relate on the matter. Fallout veteran I may not be, but I am someone who is familiar with Bethesda titles, and I know that this is a first for them. Now while I can understand the concern that some people have with immersion, I actually don't think this is going to make anything any less immersive. In fact, in some aspects, I kind of think it's going to make it more immersive. It might just be that I'm a person who really does appreciate good voice acting, but to me, a well-voiced protagonist isn't something that's going to hurt immersion, but instead just serve to flesh out your character more and make him a little bit more believable. And I know that the argument's going to be that since it's not your voice, it doesn't really feel like you're saying anything, but I just don't think it takes away from that. Ultimately, I think it's going to work out perfectly fine, and I can't wait to hear my voice protagonist. Now I have to talk a little bit about the crafting system. Stroke of genius. During the E3 conference, Todd Howard mentioned that he thought crafting was a fantastic feature for the Fallout universe, and I have to agree with him. It looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. I think it's great that I'm going to get to build my own little strongholds and settlements. And the incredibly expansive weapons crafting system is something that I cannot wait to get my hands on. Here's hoping I get to make a rocket pistol. If it turns out to be as awesome as we think it's going to be, then it's easily going to be one of the most ambitious of the new additions to the game, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Here are my closing thoughts. From the look of it, Fallout 4 is going to be a fantastic time. Everything about it looks innovative and ambitious, bar setting and groundbreaking. Now, as always, I like to preach caution when you purchase any game. You never know, the game may look fantastic now, but then in a couple months' time it might come out and turn out to be something of a disappointment. I always withhold judgment until the game is in my hands. However, with that being said, I am expecting a very fun title in Fallout 4. And I'm glad that my first full-on experience with this universe gets to be something so special. I absolutely can't wait for this game. So there you have it, my honest thoughts on Fallout 4, my first impressions and my expectations. Now let me ask you, how excited are you for Fallout 4? Are you a seasoned Fallout veteran, or like me, are you somewhat new to the Fallout games? And what feature are you looking forward to using the most? Leave a comment down below, and if you liked what you saw, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more videos like these. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Charles C. Patterson, and I'll see you next time on Cleverbot.